What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV. And I'm back at y'all with another one, man. Like I said yesterday, they just keep hanging themselves, man. Now Eddie Hearn's father, the real chief, Senior, comes out and he says Anthony Joshua is going to make his decision in 7 to 10 days. Boy, I tell you. You give them a rope and they hang themselves. So here's the thing, man. You asked for $50 million up front. Brashley, you give me $50 million and I'll take the fight tomorrow, mate. See, here's the thing. See, people like to say that Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua are calling Deontay Wilder's bluff. But the only person bluff that was called is Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua, and them UK boys. That's who bluff got called. Because at the end of the day, right, you asked for $50 million. That's what you asked for, $50 million. Said, give me $50 million, I'll take the fight tomorrow. That's what he said. Now, they offered you $50 million. On top of the $50 million was offered to you, you was offered the 50-50 split. So this goes to show the fear that Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua has for Deontay Wilder. This goes to show the fear that they have for Deontay Wilder. See, Deontay, the only person bluff was called was Anthony Joshua's. See, he did that interview thinking that he was going to throw a number out there that was too high for Deontay Wilder, Al Heyman, and Shelly Finkel, that they would never agree to that. See, he threw that out there, not paying attention. See, he's not smart enough. This is how you know how Eddie Hearn is getting over Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is not smart enough, because if he did his homework, he would know who Al Heyman really is. He would understand who Al Heyman is and the history of Al Heyman. So he threw he threw it out there. That he threw that offer out there, not in respect and return. But on the contrary, they caught it and they ran it back. It's like football. You know, when you kick off, you got your kicker, and you say, listen, they got a serious kick returner back there. Kick it as high and far back as you can. And now, instead of them kicking it out the end zone, they kick it in play, not realizing just how good of a kick returner that man is. So he grabs the ball and he shucks and jives. He does everything, makes the moves and everything, and ends up returning the ball and placing it on your goal line, on your 1 yard line, forcing you to have to make a serious move. See, that serious move, because now he about to score. Now he got the ball on your goal line. Now he put the ball in your court. What you gonna do now? Now he put you on the defense. Boy, I tell you, I don't know how you dudes are gonna fare about this, man. What excuses you gonna come up with now? Because guess what? There's no reason for Anthony Joshua to need to take 7 to 10 days to think about who he's going to fight. And to top it off, HEARN says he has 3 choices. Actually, he said he had 5 if you read between the lines. Because he said that Deontay Wilder and Gerald Miller made the top 5. That's what he said. Right? So he said that Alexander Povetkin, this is what he said now, Alexander Povetkin, he expects him to be the favorite. Basically saying that Barry Hearn expects Anthony Joshua to choose Alexander Povetkin. And then he says, he's a smart boy. I expect him to make the right decision. This further lets you know that Eddie Hearn and his father are dictating what Anthony Joshua should do. What do you mean? I expect him to make the right decision. And he said the favorite is Alexander Povetkin. So that let us know, and that should let you all know, that they're dictating what Anthony Joshua should do. Like I said in my last video. They're telling Anthony Joshua what he should do. The decisions he should make. It's like them saying, oh, he's a good boy now. He know what decision to make. He know what we talked about. I expect him to make the right decision. He know what we talked about. And that right decision being Alexander Povetkin. Why would Gerald Miller and Deontay Wilder make the top 5? I'm holding his 5 up there. What is the 5 for? The only 5 should be 5-0. And I ain't talking about 50 Cent. It should be the 50 million Deontay Wilder, Al Heyman, and Shelly Finkel offered to you. Put it on the table along with the other 5-0, the 50-50 split. That should be the only 5 that they discussing. But this further should let you know, man. And for all you fanboys out there defending Eddie Hearn, Barry Hearn, and Anthony Joshua in this situation, you should be ashamed of yourself. Because the truth, see, once you tell the truth once, all you got to do is tell the truth once. You don't have to lie. But when you lie, you got to keep lying. So your story keeps changing. Deontay Wilder's story ain't changing. Al Heyman's story ain't changing. Shelly Finkel's story ain't changing. The only story that keeps changing is Anthony Joshua, Barry Hearn, and Eddie Hearn. And I can't even say Barry Hearn because he just came out. And he is the man. He's the overseer. So for him to come out and say this, I guess it's just like I told y'all. Eddie Hearn is not looking to make Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder next. Barry Hearn also came out and said it was quite strange that they never got a contract. But guess what? Did they get a contract from Alexander Povetkin? Because they're looking to accept that fight. So Anthony Joshua is most likely going to fight his quote-unquote mandatory Alexander Povetkin. It's not a surprise. It was between Gerald Miller and Alexander Povetkin anyway. So that's all I got for y'all. And guess what, man? For all you people, when Deontay Wilder takes on Dominic Breazeale in the summertime, please don't come on here and stating that, oh, see, this is what they talked about. Eddie Hearn already came out and said Deontay Wilder is going to fight Dominic Breazeale. Yeah, guess what? If you're a businessman and you're in any sport, you always got to have a plan B. It's just like in basketball, right? You got a starting 5. You got a point guard, you got a shooting guard, you got a small forward, you got a power forward, you got a center, right? But you always got a backup point guard. You always got a backup shooting guard. You always got a backup small forward, and you always got a backup power forward. You always got a backup center. Hell, they even go farther than that. You got a head coach. You got a backup coach, which is your assistant coach. Just in case something go wrong with your head coach, the assistant coach steps in. If something go wrong with your point guard, the backup point guard steps in. The starting point guard, your backup point guard ain't as good as the starting point guard. It's just like Deontay Wilder plan A is Anthony Joshua. His plan B is Dominic Breazeale. So his backup plan ain't as good as his first plan, but the first plan fell through, forcing him to go to his backup plan. So he had to have a backup plan in place That's just smart business. So for all you idiots out there going to say that Deontay Wilder was already scheduled to fight Dominic Breazeale, no, he was also scheduled to fight Bermane Stiverne. It's called step-aside money. And unifications take precedent over mandatories anyway. So he wouldn't even have to pay Dominic Breazeale step-aside money because it would be a unification bout with Anthony Joshua. So the only person that's forcing Deontay Wilder to take Plan B is Anthony Joshua. So that's all I got for y'all, man. Let me know what y'all think. Drop a comment in the comment section. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. It's your boy Blue. Holla at me. Peace.